Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. You might be looking at the title of this video or the trade on this video, and you might be just as confused as I am, guys. I saw this and I was like, okay, who made the burner account right here, man? Who made the fake Woj account, okay? Cleveland Cavaliers, the basketball team, not the football team or whatever, Cleveland Cavaliers, is acquiring Chicago restricted free agent forward Lauri Markkanen on a 4-year, $64 million deal in a sign trade, sources tell ESPN. Okay, fine. ESPN sources. Cleveland's acquiring Chicago's Lauri Markkanen, a 3-way deal with Portland. The Bulls get Derrick Jones Jr. Love that, by the way. Love his athleticism. Portland's lottery-protected future first and Cavs' future second-rounder. And then Portland gets Larry Nance Jr. And I think there might be like some cash considerations going to the Bulls on this too, man. So what you're telling me now, what you are literally telling me now, man. Yo, before we get going on this, if you guys don't mind leaving a like, and of course subscribing if you're into the channel, man. You're telling me that literally the Cavaliers have 17 big guys now, man. Lauri Markkanen makes no sense on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He makes no sense whatsoever. Especially on this deal. If this deal was like, okay, man, like he's getting paid maybe like $10 million a season, okay, then at that point you could probably warrant using him as a reserve. But you got Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. You got both those guys on the team. Not to mention you still got Kevin Love. I mean, Kevin Love's got to be gone, right? You would think Kevin Love has to be gone. I don't really understand the point of Lauri Markkanen on this team whatsoever. I mean, what I do like about it is that, yes, I do think he can play with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, but also I'm kind of at the point where, you know, Markkanen, using him as like a bench player just seems like a not good choice. Like, you paid this man like he's a starter, but there is no realm of possibility where he could be a starter on your team. Unless you're benching Jarrett Allen, but then once again, that's just like, what's the point of signing him to the 4-year, $100 million contract? I'm very confused by this, guys. I mean, this is, you know, no disrespect to Cleveland and no disrespect to Lauri Markkanen. My idea here is I really think that Lauri on a rebuilding team, which technically the Cleveland Cavaliers are, you know, should be given a decent opportunity to start and see what he's still got, man. I feel like there was times on the Bulls where he was dealing through injuries and, you know, he had some faults of his own, also had to deal with Jim Boylan and everything like that. But just Cleveland, I do not see the opportunity for growth here. Like, literally, man, it reminds me of, like, bro, like you are running some sort of company and you got, like, accountants and stuff, and, like, you're good, and then you just hire another accountant all of a sudden. It's like, what are we gonna do with him? We got no work for him, man. We got no work for him. Like we're set over here. I do not get it, man. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. So I do want to hop over here to Basketball Reference, and let's look at Lauri Markkanen, man. What exactly was this man doing, okay? What was this man doing last NBA season? Let's pull this down here real quick here with the elite editing skills. There we go, man. So... can I squeeze it in there? That's what she said. Yes, so I guess I shouldn't really scroll up. So this previous season played 51 games, started 26. So I mean, he can come off the bench, right? I think there was a lot of times where they started like Thaddeus Young over Lauri Markkanen. So, but also at the same time, man, yeah, on the season, 14 points, 5 rebounds per game, about 1 assist, shot 40% from 3, which is nice. I mean, I just feel like when he's coming off the bench, though, maybe he kind of loses confidence. So that's not really a great idea to, like, you know, sign him to that deal. I mean, and I don't even know if he agreed to it, too, you know? Because he doesn't have a no trade clause. Like, this is simply probably Lauri probably woke up one day and was like, all right, I guess I'm going to Cleveland now, right? So I don't see the chance for growth here, man. I really wanted to see him on a team. I felt like... Well, you know, I said a rebuilding team, so I feel like the OKC Thunder would have been cool. OKC Thunder would have been cool. But then, you know, maybe a team like the Portland Trailblazers, not really a rebuilding team, but I feel like a guy could have been, like, Lauri could have been nice next to Damian Lillard. Dallas Mavericks, you probably could have made an argument for them, but not Cleveland, man. Not Cleveland. Not Cleveland, man, okay? Nothing against Cleveland either. I just don't think it's a position you guys really needed. And, you know, in the defense of your franchise, you guys are headed in so much of the right direction. It's not even funny. What a waste of money. Like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So I'm thinking the idea here probably is to go into next NBA season, you know, because the 2022 you got free agent class, you got the free agency class is pretty damn strong. The draft class is pretty strong. So maybe just going into next season, seeing how he operates with either Jarrett Allen or Evan Mobley, and then you make your decision there. You know, eventually do you after next season, maybe Lauri, you can trade him away. Maybe he has a pretty decent season as a six-man, and you can trade him away for assets, or maybe combine him with Kevin Love, I suppose, to get rid of that contract. Although I think he's got to be, that contract's got to be off the books at some point, man. Let's actually go to Fanspo real quick here, because we can actually confirm that. We can actually confirm that here, man. So let's go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh my god, I got so much to talk about with this. Like, I'm just like, where do I even begin? So Cleveland, obviously, what's his name's not going to be updated on here, but yeah, Kevin Love still got 2 years left on his contract. So at that point, Kevin Love will be an expiring contract. Next season, you might be able to package K-Love with Lauri Markkanen, the expiring deal, and Lauri's 3-year contract at that time. Maybe a draft pick and trade in the draft, do whatever you need to do. So I guess that idea does kind of make sense from that standpoint. But man, and I guess like I said, like eventually maybe Evan Mobley doesn't work out at power forward next to Jarrett Allen. So you're like, well, Evan Mobley's our guy, so you trade Jarrett Allen away to a team, and then you have Evan at center with Lauri at the power forward spot. So really a lot of different ways you can look at this, man. Really a lot of different ways you can look at this. I feel like it's a short-term move. It's a short-term what-if move. Like, what if this happens? What if this happens? And then based on that scenario, we'll see next NBA offseason, either Lauri or Jarrett Allen probably get traded away. Because Evan Mobley's the guy. Like, you're not getting rid of Evan Mobley, right? It just doesn't make much sense to me, man. I'm just really confused by this one. So let's go ahead and go to the... where's it at? Let's go to the trade proposals right here. And I actually want... Actually, no, I guess it's the Trade Finder, or Trade Machine. Trade Finder, and oh, damn 2K. I want to actually put this trade in. I want to see how it kind of affects every single team here. So, yeah, let me go put this over on my other screen. We got that. Okay, so... My apologies, guys. Okay, so we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously. We have the Portland Trail... Oh, I guess we should do the Chicago Bulls because it's the team that I just traded with. We got Chicago Bulls, and then we got a third team being the Portland Trail Blazers. Okay, so we got... Where's he at? Oh, you're not even listed. Or they already got him through? They were through the trade. Yo, where's he at? Bro, they got rid of him, man. I guess technically he's a free agent. So, yeah, we got to sign a free agent this way. He's just not popping up. Oh, there he is. Lauri Markkanen. Okay, so Lauri Markkanen will go over here. We'll save that. He's on the team now. I probably have to give him a contract. So, standard contract, it was like, what, like $64 million? 4 years. Oh, my apologies. 4 years. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's the contract, man. Obviously, that's not it, but I don't want to go through, you know, doing all that logistics right there. And the Bulls are getting Derrick Jones. So, flip you over to the Bulls real quick. I really like that a lot, too. I feel like Derrick Jones, like, this is going to be a hella athletic team playing with, like, DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams. That was a really good signing, man. I guess, personally speaking, yeah, they needed a small forward. They did. I still think the Bulls need to be in the market for maybe a backup center. Like, Tony Bradley's cool, but I feel like they could do better in that department. I feel like they definitely could. So, yeah, hopefully they do something about that. But then we also have Portland getting Larry Nance Jr., okay? So, yeah, I guess a lot of equality right there as far as Derrick Jones, Larry Nance. I actually think Larry Nance is the better player between the two. But, yes, no, I guess Larry Nance, he's on the Cavaliers. So, I guess, yeah, the Bulls, yeah, ignore that last statement I just made. So, he's going to the Portland Trail Blazers. That's all the players, and then obviously picks are involved, but that doesn't really matter for this. So let's try the trade here. Obviously, it's not going to work out because I didn't do the contract right for Lauri Markkanen. But we have the Cavaliers going -2 wins with Markkanen on the team. I don't really get that. The Bulls going +1 with Derrick Jones Jr. I really think that he does fit the style of play. And then Portland going plus with Larry Nance. I'm going to say the underrated portion of this trade, though, is Larry Nance actually to the Trailblazers. Like, that's somebody that I think right away can start at the 4 spot for the team, and he's gonna have a nice season. Let me pull up Larry Nance real quick here on the stats, because Larry Nance, yeah, not the father, the son, there we go, and the Holy Spirit. No, we got yeah, last season 9.7 rebounds per game. Really, this previous season is where I remember Larry Nance playing some of his best basketball. 7 rebounds per game, 2 assists. I guess not. It was this season, man. I don't know. There was like a stretch during one of these seasons with the Cleveland Cavaliers where he was legitimately putting up like triple doubles. Like, he was doing it every once in a while, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. But he is, you know, somebody at the age of 28. We're like, okay, he is who he is at this point. But solid 3-point shooter. Can do a little bit of everything out there, man. Extreme athleticism. I really think him in the pick and roll, pick and pop situations with Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, like, he's going to flourish. He is definitely going to have a career next year. Works nicely next to Nurkic. I think he's a solid replacement for Carmelo Anthony. You get more athleticism than what Melo is at this point, and you don't sacrifice the 3-point shot. Like, that's just a really good player. And I guess also we should look at Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones Jr. So Derrick Jones, 7 points, 4 rebounds per game. I remember him mostly in the Miami Heat. Like this season right here, he was really like coming up a little bit. It's like, yeah, you can kind of see the potential. I mean, you know, he's all right. Like he's a good role player. He's a good role player. I think he'll really work out though with the Chicago Bulls. Just seeing this trade though, man, I'm still just so baffled by it. But you guys let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of all this? Like who took the W in this trade? I think the Cleveland Cavaliers notoriously not being a big, huge free agent spot, I think it was a strategic move in the sense that the contract wasn't that bad, I guess. Like, it's a very tradable contract. If anything, Jarrett Allen's is a tradable contract, you know, if they decide to go that route instead. So I think they set themselves up to maybe flip him later on, man. So, yeah. And then the Bulls, as far as what they got back for, I guess let me take a quick look here again. I gotta make sure the Bulls, yeah, so the Bulls get Derrick Jones, and they got a Lauri protected first and the Cavs future second round. So they got a first round pick out of Lauri Markkanen. Not bad for a restricted free agent. We didn't think he was going to come back to the team anyway after being restricted. So, yeah, it's interesting. That's all we have for this video, though, man. So thank you all so much for watching. Very interesting trade, to say the least. But that's all we got. Peace out, my friends.